YouTube has decided to not share my videos with everyone who subscribes. Please follow me on social media to stay up to date. I'm getting a little bit perturbed at Affleck at this point, because it feels like a lot of the will they won't they, second season of a sitcom where where the two leads realize they like each other, but they just can't find a way to make it work, right? And if they do, it feels premature and it feels kind of show killing, like Raising Hope. But in this case, it's not two romantic leads, it's Ben Affleck and Batman. And whether or not he's going to continue playing the character. And I don't know about you, but I'm just getting really damn frustrated with this, because what we see here is this report, this rumor. It's a rumor from BatmanNews.com. Take it with a grain of salt, that Affleck wants to keep playing Batman. Now it's been a rumor that Affleck doesn't want to play Batman, right? That's been the rumor. Keep in mind, at Comic-Con last year, he went up there on stage and he was like, "I am Batman." He was like, "I am Batman," and he locked it down. And then we've been hearing rumors over the course of the past year about whether or not this is true. And so now we get the rumor on the other side, well, he actually still wants to play Batman. And I think part of this has to do, well, this article kind of goes into it a bit, but it says here that the Ben Affleck Batman roller coaster never stops. That is true. For over a year now, there has been reports that Affleck's days as Batman were numbered. Affleck himself even admitted he intends to do the last movie on his contract and find a graceful and cool way to exit the role, but could he have had a change of heart? Now, he talked about having a cool and graceful exit, but that necessarily wasn't tied into just doing one more movie. I do think that particular quote was taken out of context. Now, according to a Twitter user at DanielRPK, who has proven to be a reliable source before, Affleck wants to stick around as the DC Extended Universe's Batman. Daniel cautions that this is just a rumor, so keep that in mind. And how bad is it? How fucking bad is it that that the rumor has to be an actor wants to continue playing a part that he's currently in contract for, right? Like, isn't that kind of funny how that whole thing's going to play out? It's like, it's so weird to me. But he says here, tag it under rumor for now. I hear Ben Affleck now wants to stick around as the DCEU's Batman, which Affleck is a card-carrying Batman aficionado. Critics and fans love him as Batman. Not all critics and not all fans, obviously, but pretty much everyone I've talked to has been like, I love him as Batman. Bruce Wayne is kind of up in the air based upon his two performances as the character. I can understand that. His character arc in Batman v Superman I thought was really good. Where he was in Justice League in terms of like that's going to leave a mark is kind of like a little bit on the dumb side. I didn't really care much for that one, because I'm like, Batman's got jokes now. Batman's, he's a comic relief character. Like, let's not go overboard here. It can work in certain ways, like when he's talking to Commissioner Gordon and Gordon says, "It's good to see you playing with friends." Then Aquaman comes over and is like, "Oh, you're dressed as a bat. I can dig it." And he says, "Oh, that may not last." Like, that's a good quip. That's a fun quip. And that's one of the things that I think ultimately is going to work out well for the character, for the actor. But, it's interesting, because this guy goes on to say that just last week he wrote a piece about Affleck's future as Batman. He was expected to make a final appearance in Flashpoint, but with that movie seemingly dead, we wondered if we would see Affleck as a Dark Knight again. If this rumor is true, it sounds like Affleck may be thinking about extending his contract. And here's the thing: is the Flashpoint movie was a really bad idea. Right? It was. It just simply was. Like, I understand why they wanted to do Flashpoint. It's a cool story. But they announced Flashpoint, the movie, right after, right around the same time the Flash TV show pushed the Flashpoint, storyline through season 3. And it wasn't really working in that format, right? It just didn't really work out very well, because they deviated quite a bit from it. And as a result of that, I think there's probably some reworking of the situation inside of Warner's, especially now under Walter Hamada's reign, about what to expect from the character, what to expect from Flash's movie, now that they've got the guys who wrote Spider-Man Homecoming and directed Game Night and the reboot of Vacation on board to handle it. It's going to be clearly more fun, clearly more down to earth, and clearly more comical. And we're seeing that also with like Shazam, right? We're seeing Warner's trying to do this pivot, trying to do this change where they go from like the dark brooding series in order to make it more lighthearted and fun, similar to how Marvel's done it. And that to me ultimately is a bad move. The kind of grimdark take on it between, you know, Man of Steel and Batman v Superman worked for me. It did. It really, really worked for me. I liked the idea because it was leading into the Justice League kind of being more lighthearted, finding its moral center, finding its grounding, finding the team, and realizing that it's not just a grim, dark world out there. You can do this. You can save humanity with friends, with family, right? Like that kind of angle I really enjoyed. We never got to see it brought to its full fruition simply because of Joss Whedon and how they handled that, but I'm hoping Affleck sticks around because I want to see him and Matt Reeves the Batman. I want to see what they do with that. I want him to write, direct, and star in his own movie. But here's what I think. I think the rumored rehab stint for alcoholism really messed with them. I think Live by Night completely crashing and burning and costing Warner Brothers $75 million. I think really kind of struck his ego, and it really kind of made him go, I don't know if this is what I want to do anymore. I don't know if this is how I want to, go about this anymore, and kind of brought him to this weird place. That's where I think he's found himself right now, and he may be coming out of that funk. It's been over a year, and maybe that could be where this rumor is coming from, where he's like, no, I'm Batman. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen, and I hope that I'm right, because I'd like to see him take on the mantle all the way till Terry McGinnis comes around. Because here's the thing, Warner. Come here, Warner. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Everybody wants Batman Beyond. So bring in old Affleck. It could be Fatleck. You know what I mean? Bring him in, okay? Have him be old, bitter again, right? None of this like jovial, I love my fellow man shit, but just bring him back to being an old, cynical bastard, and then have him bring in Terry McGinnis. That's what we want. I'm not the only one. I guarantee you I'm not the only one. And if you don't believe me, definitely check the comments.